it's a helicopter! Oh, yeah! Oh, hi again. I was just playing with my favorite toys. You see, my grandfather gave me this one in particular. That's why it's one of my favorites. See, it has all these scuff marks and some missing paint here and there, but it gives it character. Wait, what? Get a new one? No, that defeats the purpose. No, I love this specific one. It's full of purpose and meaning. It wouldn't mean anything to me if I threw this one out and just got a new one. Matter of fact, I have lost this one a multitude of times, and each time I've gone searching for it. It's like the 3 parables Jesus shared in Luke 15. What's a parable? Well, you see, a parable is like an illustrative story that holds a deeper meaning behind it. You mind if I tell you these 2 stories? Wonderful! Okay, you'll love all of them. This parable is called The Lost Coin. There once was an average woman with a job and a house just like our mom and dad's. One day, she got home from work and decided to count her coins. Shocked and flabbergasted, she had made a startling discovery.
I have made a startling discovery!
Again, like I said, it was earth-shattering. She was missing a coin.
No, this can't be right!
But it was right. No matter how many times she counted, there was always one short.
Oh dear, what am I supposed to do? I know I had it earlier.
You know, if I were you, I would just count the lost coin and just move on.
But I can't do that. This one coin is just as precious as all the others.
The woman's coin was kind of like my helicopter. It may not seem special to anyone around her, but something that seems insignificant to others can be of the utmost importance to someone else.
I've made up my mind. I have to find it.
And with that, she started her search. She looked up and down and high and low. She even flipped over some furniture, but no coin could be found.
I can't give up now. I know it's here somewhere.
After hours upon hours of searching, she found it in the last place she would ever expect, laying there on the floor.
Oh, what a joyous day it is! My lost coin has been found! I have to call everyone to celebrate this momentous occasion!
Even though the coin was nothing special, the woman searched high and low for it until she found it. Are you starting to understand the deeper meaning here? Now, let's see if the second story helps. This parable is called The Lost Sheep. There once was a shepherd with many sheep, at least 100 of them. He loved and cared for all of his sheep, and he tended to them day and night. You might think, with this many animals to take care of, he would have favorites, but not this shepherd. No, not a single one was more important than another.
Alright, come on you guys, it's bedtime. Into the pen you go.
I'm playing 2 roles here, the narrator and his farmhand. I just refilled the water trough, sir.
Good, perfect timing too. They're all about to bed down for the night.
Sir? How many sheep did you say you had?
By my last count, around 100.
Let's see, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99. I only count 99.
What? No, that can't be. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The shepherd counted not once, nor twice, but several times, and came to the same number as the farm boy. 99 sheep. Now, normally, any other shepherd would count the sheep as lost and just move on. But this shepherd felt compelled to find his missing sheep.
I need you to watch the sheep overnight, lad. I'll be gone for a while.
But it's just one sheep.
And you're just one boy. What if you went missing, And I'm sure your parents would search day and night for you, because you're precious to them, just like the sheep is precious to me.
And with his staff in one hand and his love for the sheep in the other, he went off. The shepherd spent days away from his flock to retrieve this lost sheep. He never gave up. He searched high and low, far and wide, until he found his missing sheep.
Ah, well, there you are, little buddy. I'm so glad I found you. Oh, let's get you back home, and everyone will be so happy to see you.
You know, I can walk the rest of the way.
No, that's how you got here to begin with.
You know, I can't help but notice there's only one pair of footprints and only two of us. So, why is that?
Because I'm carrying you.
Oh. Do you know how long this might be?
Do you know how long you were gone?
No.
Then no, I don't know.
He carried this missing sheep over his shoulders and all the way home, and rejoiced with the rest of the flock and his friends and family, for his missing sheep had been returned.
But there you are, little buddy. There you are with all my other wonderful sheep, all in one pen together.
Oh, look at that, you're back, and you found him. I'm so glad and happy for you. I promise to take care of all your other sheep while you were gone.
They all look so happy. You know, I have this idea. Let's invite all of our neighbors and all of our friends and family to celebrate with us, for I have found my lost sheep.
What man of you, having 100 sheep, if he loses one of them, doth not leave the 99 in the wilderness and go after the one which is lost until he finds it? And where hath he found it, layeth it upon his shoulders, rejoicing. And when he cometh home, he calleth together his friends and neighbors, and saying unto them, Rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep which was lost. Luke 15, verses 4 through 6. You know, it doesn't matter which sheep was lost. They were all equally important. Equally important to the shepherd, that is. And he didn't rest until he had every last one. Are you starting to understand the moral now? Still no? Alright, well, lucky for you, we have one more story. Let's try that last one, and this one goes into the most detail, so it should be useful for you. Once, in a far-off land, long ago, there was a father who had 2 sons. For a long time, all was well in the family, until one day, the youngest son would come up with an idea to receive his inheritance early.
Isn't it just awful how Father expects us to work all day, day in and day out, with no pay or reimbursement?
Not really. I mean, he gives us food and shelter and the clothes on our backs. Not to mention the inheritance he promised us.
What use is an inheritance to me years from now, when I'm old and can't use it on nice things?
He gives us what he needs, and what we need as we need it.
You know, I have half a mind to march up to Father right now and say, Old man, give me what is owed to me, right now.
But brother, if you do that, you're knocking off a whole chunk of profit that could come later.
What use is it to be later, when I could have it now?
Look, I can't tell you what you can and can't do, but it just doesn't seem like a wise decision to me.
What good is wisdom when I can have wealth?
Say you did this. What makes you think that our father would give it to you?
I can be very persuasive.
And he was indeed very persuasive. After some prying and begging and pleading from the youngest son, the father gave in and let him have his full inheritance. Not many days would pass after that until the youngest son would make hit all of his newly acquired money and leave for a foreign country.
I've given you all you want and what you wish for. Must you also leave too? There's nothing here for me left, old man. While I concede I am old, I am also still your father. Could you do me the respect of addressing me as such? No, I've outgrown you. Where do you even plan on going? Wherever the wind takes me. This land is dull and bleak, and nothing ever happens here. I want to go out and find adventure somewhere where I'm not tied down by the monotony of responsibilities, somewhere without you constantly watching my every move. Just promise me you'll be safe. I know that you are loved. Well, I'm going to have fun.
And the son would soon find himself in a foreign land, in a foreign country, tempted by everything he could see, hear, taste, touch, and smell in this new foreign land. Oh, he had fun. He lived frivolously and ultimately squandered all of his inheritance. This son had spent everything that was given to him. Every last penny of his inheritance was gone, spent on foolish things. Eventually, a severe famine arose, and this son became desperate and in need. He offered himself to every employer, trying to land some sort of work. But almost no one would hire him. The only job he'd get was quite an unsavory gig, tending the pigs.
Hey, kid! How's about you give me a hand and wash my feet? Then afterward, feed me grapes by hand and while I lay in my mud bath.
Even with this less than desirable job, the youngest son still did not earn enough to feed himself.
How many of my father's hired servants have more than enough bread? But yet here I am, standing and perishing to hunger.
Are you talking to me?
No, I have to make amends with my father.
Okay. What do you expect me to do about it?
I'll tell him. Father, forgive me. I have sinned not only against you, but also heaven, and I am not worthy to be your son.
Wow, you're laying it on thick, man. Maybe try crying.
What can I do then? I'll ask for forgiveness, but I'm still out for cash.
Beats me, mate.
I could always be a servant, but yes, that's what I'll tell him. I'll say I am not worthy to be a son, but treat me as one of your hired servants.
Sure, go for it. But before you do, you still have to work. These toenails aren't going to paint themselves.
And with that, the final day of work had finished. He began packing up his things and started on the long journey home. As he traveled, thoughts of guilt and fear crept into his head. These thoughts nearly consumed him with every step he took. The only thing that was alleviating his deep fear and anxiety was the sight of his old home, and his father running to meet him.
Father, Father, I am sorry. I have sinned not only against you, but also heaven. I am no longer a man worthy to be called your son, but if you'll have me as a hired... What is all this? What are you wearing? Oh, my poor boy. You're in rags. Quickly, bring out our best robes.
Yes, sir.
Oh dear, it looks like you haven't eaten in days. Quickly, bring out the best we have. We're going to feast tonight. Father, lift up your arms, please. Make sure that those clean sheets on his bed. I'm sure he'll need lots of rest after his journey. You've gotten skinnier since we last saw you. Father, what is going on? You have no idea how worried I've been about you. I prayed for you every day, terrified that you had to come to that horrible famine. But I was awful to you. It doesn't matter what was said or was done before. Things are different now. Well, thank you. Tonight, we shall feast and celebrate, for my dear son, whom I thought was dead, is now alive again. You were lost, but now you were found.
The father and the lost son and all of his servants began to celebrate. Everyone was singing and dancing and celebrating the return of the prodigal son. All but the eldest son, who was in the field doing his duties. The eldest son looked up and saw the party going on, and began to make his trek back to the house, while the party was in full swing.
What is all this? It's your brother. He has come home. We're celebrating his return. What? After what he's done? Did you not see my father while he was gone? He was a worried mess. He could barely even walk. And now he's returned and we're supposed to pretend like everything's fine? And that he didn't cause so much pain and agony?
Have you heard the news?
That my disgrace of a brother has come home? Yes, I've heard. And frankly, I think this whole celebration is ridiculous. After all these years I have served you, I have never once stepped out of line or disobeyed you, yet never did you do anything like this for me. But when he, a man who was took a boat for fools, comes back, that's when we break out the best we have?
You are always with me, and I have always been with you. The reason we celebrate is because I thought my son, your brother, was dead. That we would never see him again, and that he had been lost to the sin and the earth alike. Yet here he is, alive. My son was lost, but now he is found.
Do you finally get the meaning? It doesn't matter how old or worn we are still considered precious to God. And just like the coin, or my toy, or whatever, he will continue to search until he finds us. We may accidentally stray away and get lost from time to time like the sheep, but Jesus is our good shepherd and will come looking for us. We may even intentionally run away like the younger son from his father, but the Lord will never give up on us. When we realize that he is the only thing that can provide and take care of us like the Father, he will welcome us back home with open arms. Oh dear, it is that time, isn't it? I promised Luke I'd go fly kites with him, but I've got to go. But you're always welcome back in my room, even when I'm not here. Remember, you are precious to God. Bye!